Hello, my name is Katya and I am a Microsoft 365 consultant with Reply, and today I'll tell you about citizen developers and how they can help you to drive automation at scale in your organization. Why don't we start with looking at who are citizen developers? And these are people like us. Everyone in the organization can become a citizen developer. It would be Maria from HR in Romania, Pedro from operations in Brazil, and these are the passionate people, subject matter experts who know exactly the process and they know what are the gaps in the process that can be automated. And all they need is just a bit of knowledge about the tools they already have in their tool set and how they can use these tools to simplify their own processes, to automate boring tasks and free up their own time for more creative and interesting work. So where would I start really is by creating a Power Platform COE. That sounds ambitious, but you don't really need to do too much. What needs to be sorted out is obviously the environment strategy, the licensing strategy, and just, a simple toolkit site with the best practices, do's and don'ts, and some tips and tricks as well. Another great thing to do is Power Platform Yammer community that is going to be there to help and self-serve your citizen developers. Supporting citizen developers. It's a very interesting topic because we are all different people, we learn in different ways, and we need support in different ways. So one way would be obviously having your Power Platform citizen developers community, where everybody can come and ask questions or get some tips and tricks and get their issues resolved. Another way I would say would be those live events where you just do some follow-along sessions or maybe talk and pitch some other citizen developer solutions and the outcomes and why is it worth it investing their own time into creating some automations. So if you're still not persuaded, I'll give you this example. Just a month ago we had a graduation ceremony for one of our citizen developers programs. And CIO came to that graduation herself to recognize people and their efforts. She shared one example and it was really impressive. The 10 weeks program generated more hours savings than the whole company generated throughout the last year. And isn't it the reason to go ahead and finally start citizen developers adoption in your organization? So hopefully now you're persuaded that citizen developers is the future of your organization and driving automation at scale. If you need any help, you know where to find us. Thanks for watching.